over these prophecies or make them happen in order. And the first one is the brothers have to bow down to him. So the first thing that has to do is he has to wait for the brothers to show up. Finally they showed up, they all bowed down to him, and then he said, go get my father.
And why did he name his first son for making him forget his childhood?
Ah, that's another great question. But I have a bigger question.
Yeah.
Why would he give him a Hebrew name? The name is Manasseh, right? Joseph had two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. The one that we're talking about is Manasseh. Was that a Hebrew name? Why would he give him a Hebrew name? Let's think about this. Who's he married to? Joseph is married to the daughter of Pharaoh, who's an Egyptian woman, right? Joseph is like playing it low key. Doesn't want the whole world to know he's a Jew, right? Second in command. He's the viceroy of all of Egypt, which is the most powerful country, right? It's like having a Jew vice president, right? He's trying to play like low, keeping it on the low brow. So why would he give his kid a Hebrew name? Surely his wife would have realized it was a Hebrew name, right? Wouldn't that tip her off? That Joseph was a Yid and whatever? I mean, that would be tantamount to our president today giving his kids names, in Arabic or Islamic names like Muhammad, or Hussein. Oh wait, he is named Hussein. Oops. So, isn't that bothering you?
The other thing that's bothering me right now is my dad is
okay.
Didn't answer it.
Alright, I'm going to answer up everything, okay?
Yeah.
It's most likely an Egyptian name. That's what the Ramban says. It's most likely an Egyptian name, as the word Nasha, Menashe means one who is Nasha, doesn't appear anywhere else in Tanakh, I believe. Okay? So it could very well be that's an Egyptian word, it's not a Hebrew word. And it doesn't mean the son from Yosef. It means to remind him of his old days, or to help him forget. It means that the son Manasseh should forget his own childhood being raised in a land full of idolatry. Because he's brought up in Egypt, which are all big-time idol worshippers, right? And he's being raised there. He doesn't have a chance to go to yeshiva. He's being raised in a Goyish country with all this idol worship all around him. And he's a Jewish kid, right? He's a Jewish kid. So he should forget all of this, and we should all go back to Eretz Yisrael together once my father comes, and you should forget this. So that's what he named him, according to the Ramban. Good?
Okay, go ahead and finish off all your notes.
Why? No, I want you to read.
Go ahead.
No! Well, you can't talk. Tell me the truth. What's going on?
I just don't feel good, but I want you to finish all your notes.
Oh, okay. Well, they're like rebuts.
So why is Joseph so rough on his brothers? According to one Christian commentary, he is part of the Jewish penchant for vengeance as opposed to Christian charity.
No. He wasn't rough on them at all. Rashi explains, you're looking at the word kashos, and you're translating it as he was rough. That doesn't mean that he was rough. It means that he talked to them like he was a stranger to them, because the brothers didn't recognize Joseph when they met him. And so they didn't behave like brothers, and they weren't like intimate with him and friendly and relaxed, like, hey Joe, how's it going? We haven't seen you so long, let's go to a Yankees game together, or something like that. They were like, and so they were more like standoffish, so he was playing the part, and he was also being standoffish. And he was coming across standoffish to them, and that's why it says that it's not rough, it just means like a stranger.
Why does Joseph practice divination? Because remember he gave them the silver goblet.
Are you looking over at the... No? Okay, he didn't practice divination. The Targum Okelis translates it that he was... It's testing him. He was testing them. He was testing his brothers. He's basically saying, the verse basically is, don't you know that a person as esteemed as I knows how to test and ascertain through knowledge, reason, and discernment that you stole the goblet? It's not that he practices some sort of witchcraft or something and he can figure out what you're going to do. It's that he just has the knowledge to figure this out. That's all.
So was Joseph enjoying having all the power over his brothers and like torturing them through all these
No.
tricks and tribulations?
No, he was just testing them, and he was also giving them a chance to atone, right? You know, because like they had thrown him into the pit and all these things, and they still needed to be punished for that. So he was giving them a chance to atone, so that they wouldn't have that when they die, go to the other side and have all this held against them.
What are your favorite prescription drugs?
Pardon me?
What are your favorite prescription drugs? Percocet, Vicodin?
Vicodin was really good after I came out of the... Yeah, that was a good one.
After you got your penile implant surgery?
Yes, after I got my penis pumped up.
I got the pump installed. I dig it. So when Benjamin finally shows up, Joseph has him served 5 times as much as any other brother. Like, it's pretty creepy. Did Joseph learn anything from the problems caused by his father's favoritism to him?
Oh, that's a good observation.
Is there any connection between this week's Parsha and Hanukkah?
Yes. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the Parsha's name?
McCates?
McCates. Which means, what does it mean?
I don't remember.
At the end. You know, at the end. And Hanukkah McCates almost always falls on Shabbos Hanukkah. Almost
Right.
always falls in the middle of Hanukkah. And Hanukkah is like one of these holidays during the year that people get a haircut beforehand. And in the Hasidic world, with Hasidic Jews, when they get a haircut, what kind of haircut do they get? They get a buzz, you know? They get it all taken off. So it's a reminder of Mekates is to the end. You get your hair cut all the way down to the end, and you know you walk around with like a 000. You go bzzz, and you get it off. So that's the connection.
So why does Joseph accuse his brothers of being spies? Like, I always wonder what someone's got to hide when they accuse me of being a reporter or being a spy.
Well, you know, it all got thrown into WikiLeaks back then.
Yeah.
It all came out. They're all spies, and
So what's Joseph got to hide? Why does he use that tactic of accusing his brothers of being spies?
oh, you know what? There's actually a very interesting thing. If you'd have to, I'd have to get the. You want me to get the thing out? I have to find the exact
No,
passage.
you can bring it next week.
No, it's right in here. But he accuses them of being spies in here when they're having their confrontation. It might be next week's parsha with VIII. I'm not sure which one of where it is, but he's accusing them of being a spy, and it says Bidka da'ara. He accuses them of having. He says you're a spy, and you're coming here because you want to see the Bidka da'ara, which Rashi thinks means well, you know, it's like something of the land, you know, your choice of the land. You came here to check out the land.
Yeah.
But Tirkum Onkelis says in Aramaic, this is very interesting. Bidka da'ara means a crack in the wall. A crack in the wall, right? So what's a crack in the wall? What crack in what wall? What is that? What are they? You came here to check out you Jews from Israel came here to check out the crack in the wall. Well, we know that Yosef is a prophet, and he can see into the future. So some people want to learn out the following thing. And I heard this from a Hasidic guy, not a Zionist guy, but a Hasidic guy in Ger one year.
Yeah.
You ready to want to hear this?
Yeah.
Egypt built, like right after the time of the last time they got in a war with the Jews, with the state of Israel, Egypt built, with the Russians' money, this huge dam called the Anwar Dam. You know about it?
Yeah.
And it's like this gigantic dam. It's like the biggest dam in the world. Huge. And it holds all this water, and it, like, you know, this is what they drink, and it irrigates all their farmland and all this stuff. It would be a disaster if that wall of that dam fell.
Right.
Because they'd lose all their water, all their power, and it would flood everything, and everybody it would be like getting hit with an atomic bomb. If Egypt can never find. This is why that agreement between Begin and what's his name was ridiculous. You never make deals with people. You say to them, "Look, this is how you handle."